it's time for the last chapter in Gooseberry Park. This one's called The Wonderful Watch. By the middle of the summer, Professor Albert had replaced the 30-inch television he had cracked with a flying colander. So he did break the TV when he was chasing after Murray. And Kona had taught Bottom to catch a tiny frisbee in his mouth. Sparrow and Top had their mother's interests. They collected things, and they spent hours down on the riverbank seeing what people might have thrown out that day. Stumpy spent her time as usual. Housekeeping, well, a little. Food collecting. She didn't trust Murray's hand-to-mouth existence. And admiring all the new treasures her children were bringing home. Beside the front door of Stump and Murray's dear home hung the wonderful and famous glow-in-the-dark watch. It cast its green light all around, and this time every animal in the park seemed respectful of the halo, even Ralph. So here's their new tree. You can see the watch hanging outside of the door, of the little hole that's their door where they go in. You see the babies, you see Murray. So 2 of her little ones are collectors just like she is. So I'm sure their house will be full of treasures soon. When Stumpy's children were old enough to stay out at night with friends, Stumpy would point to a number on the watch's face. "Be home by this time," she would say like a good mother. And the children were. And though Murray continued to bump his way through Gooseberry Park on his forays out for egg rolls or curly fries, he never ever bumped into his own tree again. From wherever he was, the glow of the watch led him safely back. And across the way on Miller Street, in Professor Albert's peaceful house, late at night, Kona and Gwendolyn would sit together and talk of all the wonderful adventures they had had. They loved retelling their favorite Murray stories. They loved chatting about the children, and from time to time, Kona had to recount yet again his magnificent journey across the ice. The 2 old friends would talk through the deep night, and now and then they would look over to the window, across the tops of the houses and up into the familiar trees. There in the darkness, they could see a lovely green radiance, a welcoming light, a treasure in Gooseberry Park. And that is the end of the book. So, like most books, this one had a pretty happy ending, didn't it? Stumpy was reunited with her babies, which is awesome. Everyone is safe. Stumpy found a new, lovely home that she gets to share with Murray. Kona still gets to visit when he and Professor Albert go to Gooseberry Park. And Kona and Gwendolyn still have this beautiful friendship where they talk and hang out in the evenings. So this was a beautiful story about friendship and how a group of friends worked together to help Stumpy, their friend who had a major problem. They helped her find her babies and get reunited and find a new home. And that's the beauty of friendship. Doing good things for others, taking care of each other. So even sometimes risking things to help your friends. This was a great story about friendship and how even after something really bad happened, this terrible storm, that there's still wonderful things that lie ahead. So just kind of like what we're going through right now with all the stuff where we've been stuck at home and we don't get to go to school and see our friends, we know that there's good things that are coming, right? It's not going to be like this forever. So it's kind of a beautiful message, actually, right? Good things lie ahead, and it's always good to be a good friend. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I did get to the store and I did buy the One and Only Bob. So I will start that tomorrow. We'll do the first few chapters. Now, those chapters, if you remember in The One and Only Ivan, Catherine Applegate, she writes really, really short chapters. So I'll probably have to read several of those a day so that we can get through it by the end of our year here. But it looks like it's really good. I read for the first part. So we'll have to check that out starting tomorrow. All right, friends, I will see you soon.